Last time on Pokeball Z, Trev and his Beldum fought hard, but were ultimately defeated by Drake and his army of dragons. But after a week of training, Beldum was able to reach its perfect form. Now ready and stronger than ever, can our heroes defeat the dastardly Drake and the even stronger champion Wallace? Find out now on this exciting episode of Pokeball Z. Hello guys, this is your host TrevCL, and as the intro stated, we are here today to right a wrong. In the last Beldum video, I was more focused on the realistic aspect of the challenge, but today is strictly about the theoretical possibility. As in, if we had perfect IVs and were able to change our EV spread to give us the best opportunity to win. So I will be showing the different spreads and various attempts as I try to not only beat Drake, but make it past the champion, Wallace. I'll be sticking to the first two rules of the last video, so only Beldum can be used in battle, and I cannot use items in battle with the exception of held items, as always. I will be using a save editor called asave to edit my Beldum's IVs and EVs, but will not be using cheats to change anything else. It's technically possible to get everything you see here in this video, but since this video is more theoretical than practical, I decided the route I ended up taking was a fair one. I will also only be showing the Elite Four section, since the only difference with the run up until the Elite Four would be that I would just be able to beat each and every major battle way faster. The first Beldum spread I decided to use is 128 EVs in HP, 252 attack EVs, and 128 speed EVs with an adamant nature. This gives me slightly more HP than what I had before, but a lot more attack and speed. I cruised past Sydney, Phoebe, and even Glacia on my first try. This is already looking way better than the end of my first video. But now it's time to fight the destroyer of runs himself, Drake. So as always, his Shogun is incredibly easy. It can't touch me at all, and thanks to Clear Body, Rock Tomb isn't even an inconvenience. And with my newfound speed, I can now outspeed his entire team. But even with my increased power, I can't one-shot his Flygon, meaning I still get hit hard by EQ. I come to the decision that Silk Scarf will be the superior item, because while I lose passive recovery every turn, I'll be able to one-shot the Flygon. I still need to crit the Salamence, which I do get in a run relatively quickly, but Kingdra lives one as well, and while I do crit it eventually, my HP is just too low to live a recoil from another takedown. While I'm just going through Silk Scarf runs, I actually accidentally forget to put it on one run, and I go in with leftovers. Funny enough, I get crazy good luck as I crit the Flygon, take a couple of flamethrowers pretty well from the Ments, and crit the Kingdra. Last up is Altaria, and although Drake still has 2 full restores and Altaria gets off a boosted double edge, I'm able to finally win with just 9 HP remaining. I guess sometimes mistakes can turn into the best outcomes in life, I suppose. We've put literal days into this run, between the grinding, acquiring the leftovers, and the countless hours thinking of how to finish this. But while Drake was impossible with the version of our Beldum last time, it's seeming like Wallace is the end of this Beldum's run. Even with the Silk Scarf, absolutely nothing dies to one hit unless it's a crit. And since Wailord has a crazy high amount of HP, I would need the recovery from leftovers anyways. Takedown does that annoying amount of damage where it doesn't kill anything, but just enough to where Wallace heals them with a full restore. It's technically possible, as with the use of save states, I see that I just need to hit 7 takedowns in a row, with 3 of those being crits against Wailord, Whiscash, and Gyarados. But seeing as though I feel like save states don't count no matter what, even in a theoretical video like this, I keep searching for an EV spread that can give me an actual achievable victory. I decide that rather than trying to defeat the Elite Four and then the champion with each new spread, I'd rather find a champion beating spread first, and then see if it's possible to beat the Elite Four after that. So I go through many different spreads, and after testing I decide that going for a lower attack stat to avoid activating full restores is the best route. This gives me a lot more HP and general bulk to work with, so while I'll be taking more hits, I'll be eating them up quite well. Interestingly enough, because of my lower damage output, I think it messes with Wallace's AI. His Wishcast actually goes for Amnesia instead of EQ most of the time. Unfortunately, Gyarados after Dragon Dance outspeeds and hits just way too hard with its own Earthquake, and Tentacruel is so physically frail that having a low enough attack to avoid full restore range is tough. but eventually I'm able to find the perfect spread that simultaneously gets the 2-hit KO on everything while avoiding full restore range, enough speed to outspeed a +1 Gyarados, and just enough bulk to live everything. I get a run where everything goes in my favor, and I've actually done it. I've defeated Wallace with a single Beldum and no items in battle. But remember, this challenge isn't technically over yet. I've still got to beat the rest of the Elite Four to prove that it's even possible to get to Wallace in the first place. But to summarize things, yes, this spread can beat all the Elite Four members. Sydney is literally the worst Elite Four member in Pokemon's existence, so even with my lower attack stat, he's incredibly easy. Phoebe takes forever to take down because her Pokemon are just so fat and my attack is so low compared to what I had before, but it only takes 2 tries to send her to the Shadow Realm. Glacia returns as the most annoyingly RNG dependent member, as this takes me double-digit tries. But with timely crits against the Walrein and her second Glalie, I put her on ice. And we've come to the last battle. It's poetic that Drake will be our finishing battle of both this video and the last, but this time it ends in our favor. Like Glacia, this battle is tough because nothing dies in one hit now, but once again a timely crit against the ace Pokemon Salamence, and decent luck with our takedown hit rate, and we've officially proven that yes, you can indeed take down the Hoenn League with only a single Beldum and no items used in battle. I even defeat Wallace a second time pretty quickly just for good measure. Now just because it's theoretically possible, will anyone actually be able to recreate this run legitimately? No, I don't think they will. You'd need someone who knows how to RNG abuse in Gen 3 and get the perfect Beldum, have a working battery on their Emerald cartridge, and dedicate literal weeks of their life to grinding and staring at a small screen just to have a decent chance to beat a Pokemon game. Maybe I'm wrong and somebody will do it legitimately, but you can be sure as hell it won't be me. And for those of you wondering about the post-game Steven fight, if Wallace was just barely possible, ain't no way a Steel-type trainer 20 levels higher is remotely possible. Maybe if I redo this challenge in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, I'll be able to beat him there. But only then would I be ever attempting to beat Steven. But regardless, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and share if you enjoyed this video, as well as subscribing if you haven't already. Tune in next time as we try to defeat Pokemon Heart Gold with only a Regigigas. See you guys then!